Look at the yellow star on the right side of your screen and keep your eyes there. Now can you tell me which way the dots around the yellow star are moving? Looks like they're moving to the left or counterclockwise, correct? Easy enough. Now, keeping your eyes focused on that yellow star, using just your peripheral vision, can you tell which direction the dots circling the red star are turning? Does it look like they're moving the other way, clockwise, and to the right? Okay, now I want you to look directly at the red star. Did the dots around it suddenly change direction? And have the dots circling the yellow star switched up too? I promise, we're not altering the image at all. To prove it, take a look back and forth at the two stars in your own time. The dots keep changing direction, don't they?
Confused? Don't worry. You're not seeing things. Well, you are, sort of.
It turns out the dots circling both stars are rotating to the left, but they also have fast-moving gradients within them. That's the shading you see going in the opposite direction. And if we remove that shading, your eyes clearly see both sets of dots rotating to the left. But when we add it back in, and you see the dots out of the corner of your eye, the motion of the shading overrides the actual rotation of the dots. That's because your peripheral vision is not as strong as your central vision and can only detect one type of motion at a time. So it selects the faster moving gradients as the primary indicator of motion, causing the different parts of your eyes to send different signals to your brain, making your head spin. Although your brain was just tricked by conflicting signals, normally the various parts of your eyes work together to help make sense of the world moving around you. But do you think you could ever see motion with your ears? Pay attention. You're about to be tested.
So did you think the balls were passing through each other or bouncing off each other? Take another look.
Okay, got your answer? Now listen to what some other people said when I showed them the exact same footage with a slightly different twist.
Please, each of you put on a pair of headphones.
Sometimes seeing is believing, but do you think hearing could be believing too?
Pay close attention, okay? Tell me what you saw.
Balls crossing.
What did you see?
They hit each other and then bounce out.
Weird, right?
I didn't see the bounce, I saw the cross.
Why are they seeing different things? Let's see what some other people thought.
I saw the balls come into the middle and cross paths.
Looks like they just bounced directly off of each other.
They just went straight through each other.
I swear I saw them bounce.
So, how can all of these people be looking at the exact same thing, yet have completely different opinions about what they're seeing?
I think you're dead wrong.
What's going on here?
Clearly, I'm more intelligent.
So at the moment, each of you has a position. You each saw something specific. So let's see if we can flip that on you guys. Let's switch headphones. Same animation.
And we're off.
What'd you see?
Dude, they're bouncing off each other for sure.
So why did he suddenly change his mind? Take a look at what he saw and what he heard this time. So, did adding a sound effect change your mind as well? If so, you weren't the only one.
I was wrong the first time.
This time I saw the exact opposite.
Why?
I'm guessing it's probably the sound.
It turns out the people wearing the black headphones heard what you heard the first time. Nothing. While the people in the white headphones heard what you just heard. This. Crazy, right?
I almost don't believe it.
The sound actually changes the motion you perceive.
That's crazy.
Mind-blowing.
To really see how sound affects your brain's perception of motion, watch again with and without sound. Amazing, isn't it?
It's awesome.
Your brain will use whatever information is available to help you resolve the ambiguity and give you a reasonable interpretation of the world. In this case, it was the sound of a simple that made all the difference.
Motion is actually ambiguous. Both of your answers are correct.
Correct answers.
Every second of every day, your brain is interpreting the various signals sent to it from the various parts of your body to determine how the world is moving around you. And nowhere is that more true than out at the ball game. Baseball players need to understand how things are moving around them even more than the rest of us. A 90-mile-an-hour fastball looks a lot different up close than it does from the bleachers. And a batter at home plate is in one of the more unique positions in sports. Instead of facing his opponent directly, his body is turned to the side, while his head is turned toward the pitcher, requiring him to use both his peripheral vision and his sharp central vision to see the incoming pitch. And he only has a fraction of a second to decide if he wants to swing away or get out of the way.
To demonstrate how the batter needs to use his entire eye, let's play another game.
And if you've been paying close attention to what we've taught you so far, you may be able to figure out how this one works. I want you to keep your eye on the player on the right side of the screen. We're going to throw 3 pitches. Keeping your eyes fixed on that player, try to count how many of the balls are curving and how many are falling straight. So what did you think? How many balls were curving?
And how many were going straight? I'll give you a hint. All of the balls were moving in the exact same direction. Got your answer? Well, let's take another look. I'm going to show you the exact same footage again. Only this time, don't look at the baseball player. Instead, look directly at the baseball. Ready?
Weird, right? This time, they're all going perfectly straight. Look at the player again. Now the balls appear to be curving, don't they? Quick, focus on the ball. Is it curving or falling straight? We promise we're not changing the image. In fact, it's the exact same ball looped over and over. So why is your brain tricking you? Well, much like the rotating reversals game, the shading on the ball causes the different parts of your eye to send different signals to your brain. Only when you switch to using your sharp central vision do you finally notice that the curveball is actually flying straight. So next time, listen to your coach and keep your eye on the ball.